Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video tutorial, I'll be learning how to cut and sew a scissors neckline. And to do this, you will need a basic bodice block, as you can see here. I have actually altered mine to the princess that bustier. And if you're still finding it difficult to know how to sew a princess that bustier, you can check my one of the videos I've uploaded about it. Now, what do we need? We need a neck 3 by 3, the usual 3 by 3. And for the back neckline, we need 3 by 1 inch. Then the half length, of course, the front line, the back neckline rather, is shorter than the front neckline. Yeah, so here we go. We have this complete already. Once that is settled, the next thing that we need to go for is getting how wide you want the neck to be. And aside that, you need to fold your paper in two, in real twos this time around, so that when it's opened, you have your complete front. Your complete front for the front block. Because of the way it would be altered, so you have it complete. Then, as I said before, depends on how wide you want the neckline to be. Once this complete bodice, this basic bodice is ready, you know what to do. So I want mine wide. So as you can see, I'm taking 2 inches just directly from the shoulder point. I am taking my 2 inches and marking. So in other words, this shoulder here is 5. In other words, I'm making it 5 inches for the wideness. Then you try and get your center, how deep you want your center to be. I want to use 6 inches, as you can see, for the center before it's connected to the side. But I am thinking 2 inches is actually too deep because of this person's measurement. Her bust measurement is 34. She's not really busty, so I feel she's smallish also, so I feel it would be too deep, because when it's spread out, it will still slant to the side, curve to the side. But let's keep that aside. Let's get our tracing wheel and trace out. And once that is done, I'll open it out. You'll see me spread it out after tracing this thing. Exactly. So this is it. With the help of my tracing wheel, I have gotten everything ready. This is my front block, as you can see now. So you remember I marked 6 inches there, and then I also gave it 2 inches gap. That same 2 inches I got, from the neck, I said I wanted it 5 inches. Then this for the width. Now the depth here is 6 inches. I feel it's too deep, so it is the side that I am actually taking to be 6 inches, not the center, because of her measurement. So if the person is wide or broad, that 6 inches for the center will be fine. But for this person, I wouldn't be using 6 inches for the center anymore. In fact, this is what I'm going to do. I connected from that in 5 inches for the width at which I want. I'm connecting it straight to the 6 inches for the side. So definitely my center here, the center of the neck is going to be like 3.5 inches. So this is what you do. Can see. Now, once that is done, you try to get the distance, the difference you want to. As I said, I want 2 inches. If you want yours wider, that's fuller, you can do the same thing too. So we'll try to get that done. And that's what I'm trying to do. So with my curve, I'm trying to get it exactly. So you can see this is just all that we need for the scissors neckline. There's no hard and fast rule about it. Once that is done, you take your ruler and get a straight line to the center. So if you want to alter yours now, you can do the altering, like some persons, they have openings in the sides, yes, or curves at the neckline. You can do that. So this is the center front I need. You see, this is the center front at which I need. Whatever thing you want to do, you're playing around it, you are free to do that now once you've gotten the neckline. So I've done that. As you see, you might want it curved or something. Now, as this is achieved, I do not need some parts, and I still need some parts. Oh yeah, I forgot to add the bust dart to this. So while doing the tracing, So I'm removing it now. As I said initially, she's small, so the difference is not much. So hers is just 1 inch. So that's what I'm taking away now. Taking that 1 inch away. Then I'm connecting from that 6 inches to the sides, to the armhole region. Can you see? And so this is what I need now. The other parts are not needed. Where my hand is what I need. So you connect it straight up. And then, yes, I'm giving it a star because I do not need these parts. So this is what I need. Don't forget, if you want yours slim, thicker than this, you do well to do that. If you want yours to also be deeper, you do well to do that. There is no hard and fast rule. There is no particular rule as how you want it exactly. So you do that, which I'm doing here, and then I'm cutting off my paper now, the pieces that bustier the needed parts. And take note, this part that I am cutting off is what I will need for both the left hand side, for both the left and the right. Please do not forget that. In fact, I'm going to mark it very soon. I just want to close the bust that. Please do well to subscribe if you've not subscribed to my channel, and thank you very much for watching. I'll be in the comment section in case there is any comment or something, or maybe you want to ask a question or thereabouts. I'll be there waiting for you all. Thank you so much. Yes, so the bust that has been closed. I'm cutting off this part now. Remember that part I asterisk is not needed at all. The part I asterisk is not needed. So after cutting it off, as you can see, all those usual, the neckline, the 3 inches by this, the other side is not needed too. So this is just what is needed. This first part, then the second, then when you want to cut fold on your cloth, you just fold in twos and get this. So we need two of that center and we need two of the sides too. The other parts are not needed. Once you place them both, you get it. You get what you need. So we're needing 4 to be precise for that front. 4 piece, the first, the second, the third, and the fourth. So that is for the front. The same method used was the same method that was achieved is what we're also going to do for the back. Let's not forget the way we did it. So as a way of remembering or not forgetting, let's do that same thing too for the back. It's also folded in 2 to get what we need perfectly. Use our tracing wheel to trace out. As you can see here. Oh, I forgot to put my dots. I don't want much actually. So just to mark the inches at which I want and connect it to the shoulder. Yes. So that is just what I want for my back dots. Then for those that are not really aware of tracing wheel, with the help of tracing wheel, it helps us to keep the needed paper. It helps us keep it safe, and then we'll trace either our dot line or whatever I want to trace directly on the fabric or to another paper without wasting anything and without cutting our fabric off without cutting our paper off if that is really what we need. So that is the importance. That is what tracing wheel is for. So my back is getting ready. it's getting ready. Now let's take note. We have different methods at which we want our back to be, or different ways at which we want our back to be. So there's no hard and fast rule of how the back of the scissors neckline can be. We have different ways at which it could be. Some persons will want your usual back. Some persons will want it to have to be strapless. Anyhow you want it is perfectly fine. Let's not forget that. Anyhow you want it is perfectly fine. So I'm trying to use my masking tape to place the paper, to make the paper firm on the table, as you can see. So that is already done. So this is the next thing. The back is actually easy. It's just to make sure you get your the width, the front width, make sure it's equal to the back. And as you can see here, it's just traced out. Nothing hard. You can see I've marked it out there. So depending on what you want to do now, like this is 4 inches. What I took out was 2.5. So that's just what I'm going to use. So I want my hair, as I said before, you can make it curved. I don't want mine to be the usual back. I want to play around it. You can play around your back too. So I want to play around mine. As a result, I'm going to get few inches down the line and mark out few inches down the line and mark out 7 inches to be precise. So because I want to play around mine, I don't want it the normal back. So this is what I'm going to do. With this now, I want to see how where I want my strap to end. Before then, let me try and get my dart line out too, because I didn't get the dart line for the other side. So this is it. Can you see? So as I said, you play around it. So you see what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get a little curve for mine. A little curve. The same inches too is what will be used. Exactly. So this is it. Because I want to play around mine. So when you are doing yours too, you could play around it or you could not. So this is 3.5 inches that I'm using. So you can play around yours too. You can do this for your back, or you can do a different method for your back. Nothing spoil. What's important is how the width as which you get from the front. Try and get the same thing for the back so that it will not cause problem while sewing. So this is how my back is going to be. And you see when it's connected, you can see. So this is how my back is actually going to be. I didn't make it straight. You can make yours straight. You can slant yours. I'm talking of from the shoulder to the back side, that region. Yeah. Mine is not straight. Mine is slanted. You can make yours slanted. You can make yours straight. Anyone you want to do. And if you want yours round neck, follow the markings. Make sure I've repeated it before. Make sure what you do for the front is the same neck width for the back. So I have already cut the back off and then the front and placed it on the fabric to cut. Can you see? Remember I said it should be in twos. So when it's folded, you get your left and right side. This is it already. So it's already complete. The same with the back. You can see the placing. So it's for me to then cut my lining, add my stay, and start sewing. That's all. So to sew, this is what we need. Start from the down and sew it, take it up. Start from the down and take it to where my hand is. Can you see? It's arranged. So you start from there and sew. And that is after you do that, and then you join your sides, as in your princess dart bustier, the sides. So once you sewn, this is how it will lay. This is how it is going to be. Can you see? So this is it. So I've already sewn. I've joined my princess dart bustier. I've added my stay to it. Then you can see from my barrow line, I have sewn it to this point. Please take note, to this point here. I've sewn it to that point. So I'm not sewing it up to the, to the slanted side. No. I've done the same thing too for the lining. I've sewn it. So you see the mark, which I'm going to do now, the barrow mark. So as I said before, for the cotton, that is where you notch. You notch that part, and once it's notched, it will give you an opening. Give you an opening. So that part will be notched. The same thing too for the cloth. Notch that exact part too. Can you see? So if you forget to notch, it will be difficult for you. So let's take note. This notching is actually very important. It's very important. So once that is notched, you can use your pin, so you'll be able to get what you want to do. Please take note, this part is actually very critical. The left to the left. Exactly. Can you see? So we sew now. You follow the thread, start from up to, I'm pinning it down. As I said, you can also use your pin if you're a lover of pin, as I am. So you sew it following my hands. Sew it down to the sides. You're not sewing that part, please. That part is left for opening. You're not sewing that part. So you leave that part for opening, that shoulder side. So you do the same thing for the other part. You sew it down to where you've notched. Can you see? You sew it down to the notched part. You see this notched part? So that's where you're sewing it to. So that notch has given you a way for you to know where to stop. Yeah. So you sew it to that part. That's all. Please take note of the way it was placed. Can you see? They are facing each other. That's how you do it. The parts going towards the same direction is what you do for the left side. The same method is what you follow for the right side. So you sew it straight to your side, to the end of that princess dart bustier. Now it has been sewn, as you can see, it has been sewn. So you could use your looper or thereabout. This is white, so I can do well to use my scissors. It's white, so anything you normally use to turn out, please take notes. This is what you do now. You turn it. Remember I said you sew it towards the edge of your sides. That is what was done. So this part that you left open, that's the shoulder, is where you pass it through, where you pass your scissors through, so that you could also turn it out, as I have done for the first and currently doing for the second part. So I've done it. Now I want to turn to the front face, to the good face. Can you see? So this is the result. I'm still turning it. It's been difficult because it's thick. So this is it, like this. So as I've done this is to give it a thorough ironing. Remember I said this person is smallish. So that's why even the bustier part too is smallish. So once that is done, you see, so it's very important to notch. The notch makes it easy for these turnings and they're about to come out. So do well to notch yours too. So this is it. Make sure your back is ready. Iron, you shape, and then we are good to go. This is it. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for the subsequent videos that will be coming. Thank you very much, and please do well to subscribe if you have not subscribed to my channel. See you in the next video. Bye.